Hi, all. This is Dr. J at 11 coming to you live, streaming live from Long Island, New York, where the weather is a cold, nasty, rainy fall day, quite the opposite of some of the recent beautiful fall weather we've been having. However, you got to take the bad with the good with the bad, whatever the expression is. And one good piece of news today is that the market felt a lot better than the weather. Also, a lot better than Dr. J, who has a little bug. Caught it from the grandkids, I'm sure. I've always blame the grandkids. Why not? They're germ factories, is what they are. So what I like to do when I have a little bug is increase my water consumption. Instead of drinking one glass a day, I drink 6 glasses a day. I mean, I don't know how much I normally drink a day, but I drink a lot more because I think that really helps. If you have any cold remedies, let me know. Not that mine is that bad, but I've got the sniffles. Okay, so in any event, Wall Street, it had a very good day, but not a great day. The Dow was up about, what was it, 0.75%, the S&P up about 0.6%, but the NASDAQ was a drag. The NASDAQ 100 was down 0.4%, with the likes of Apple and Amazon and the other FANG stocks being the main drag today on the NASDAQ. Well, Dr. J made a little adjustment. I recently had bought Amazon at 1,500, sold a little today at 16.25, just enough to enter a small position on Aapl. So it was a funds transfer more than anything else. I'm still hoping for 1750 on the rest of my shares of Amazon. I mean, I can't complain. 125 points or so in a few days is not bad. Even percentage-wise, it may not be great, but I'll take it. I normally like to get between 4 and 8% on a swing trade. I haven't computed what I got on this little portion. I won't compute it until I've completely traded all my Amazon. I might actually keep a little just for posterity, for the grandchildren. In any event, I actually do have some for the grandchildren. Grandchildren deserve a little Amazon, a little Apple. Yeah, maybe they deserve it. Depends how nice they are to me. Okay, so I guess it's time to take a look. But before we do that, let me remind you to please do your own due diligence. Please remember that my opinions are strictly my own and are not investment advice. Consult with an advisor if you care to follow me. And sometimes Dr. J has great ideas, sometimes pretty good ideas, sometimes lousy ideas. But if you want to follow me, it's at your own risk. So after all, nobody is perfect, not even Dr. J. Although I did have a good call last week, right? Monday, I said Tuesday would be the turnaround, the end of the sell-off. Well, I would like to see a trend change, which from a downtrend to an uptrend. We haven't yet had an official trend change with higher highs and higher lows. I'm waiting for that to occur, hopefully soon. I was hoping that today's high on the Dow would take out yesterday's high. It came close, but it fell short. So yesterday is actually a high that's not quite high enough. So let's show you what I mean. Also, I'm kind of excited about 3 biotechs in particular now: Oncosec Medical, Cellsci, and Geron. I don't know why I'm excited about Geron. Shouldn't be. Okay, we're also going to look at the charts of Apple and Amazon. I've been touting for a long time, not touting, but giving my recommendation, not a recommendation. I'm using the wrong words. I've been saying that 195 to 200 on Apple would be a good entry point if you're waiting for a pullback on Apple. So I followed my own advice and bought some. It's always a good idea to put your money where your mouth is. Okay, so let's go to the video charts. And also, please subscribe to this video. Dr. J would be most appreciative, especially if you also wrote some comments, liked us, and shared the link so that others can see the wisdom or lack of Dr. J. Let's go to the video charts. I'm going to share screen, which takes about 2.5 seconds. All righty. Okay, let's go from left to right, I guess. Dow first. As we said, the Dow was up 0.75% or 190 points to 25,451. I remember for the longest time, Dr. J was looking for 26,661 or whatever it was, 616. We finally got that, and we went into a little correction after that. So let's get back up above that 26, I think this one, the 829 high, 20, no, where was it? Maybe this one. Come on. The 921 high, no, I don't know. Wasn't it 26,616 that I was looking to get at? 26,167, I see. Whatever. In any event, let's get back up there. What I want to see is a high above the high that occurred on 10/16. That would be a high of better than 25,817. And that would make me feel a lot more confident that this turnaround is for real, that we're not just in whatever, an ABC, double zigzag, whatever Elliott wave guru nonsense you want to label it. I'd be happy to get that higher high and higher low out of the way. So that's my feelings on the Dow. I do think we will. I think we're going to take out this 10-1 high in the next couple of weeks, if not sooner. So, and then we're off to the races, I believe. I believe we ultimately, by the end of February, will take out the all-time high on the Dow Jones and on the other markets as well. The SPX was up a more modest 0.55%, but it had itself a good day. We can take a quick look at the chart. Okay, it's also an inside day, just like the Dow. I don't know. I like the nice green candle in the body of the red candle. Inside day is okay. It's an up day. It has a decent sized body. I mean, what do you want? It's okay. We want to take out again this high, the 10-1 high of 281.15 on the SPY. Okay, let's take a look at the NASDAQ. This is the NASDAQ 100. We were off 0.4%, dragged down stocks, especially Amazon and Apple. The picture is not going to be much different than the pictures of the other charts, so we'll skip it. Geron had a very good day today, up 6%. And that only brings us to $1.77, the middle of its recent trading range. I don't think there's any point looking at the chart here either. I'm appreciative that we're up a dime, but then again, I would like to take out that $1.93 and run to $2 and stay there above two. That'll build confidence in my opinion that it's worthwhile being in Geron. Right now, I'm not so sure. I'm still in it, but I want to see that Geron run a little bit. CVM, very good day for considering the IBB was down. I mean, it was a decent day. It came back from a low of, where was it today? Days range from a low of 3.25. So it came back 8 pennies from the low, and the high, it was as high as 349. CVM has got a nice chart. I'm accumulating this one. I think with good data, it will zoom. And at this point, I'm beginning to think that the data on squamous cell head and neck cancer will indeed be good. So the chart, it made that U shape and like a cup and handle, if you want to characterize it. I think it's ready to break out above its downward trend line and cross this high of 364, take that out, and then eventually, with good news, take out the 9.6 high of 444. I think we're heading to $5 plus, maybe even before data. So I think if the market is strong, if the biotech stocks are strong, CVM will do really well. I think it will outperform many of the other small biotechs. OncoSec Medical is another one that has a zoom chart. It was down today. It wasn't zooming today. It was down in advance of data. There's a conference, SITC conference, that I think anticipation of the data being read at that conference is what caused it to go down today. Although you never know what causes anything. There's also an ATM, and maybe actually OncoSec might have tapped into it a little bit at the market, some selling. Probably not. Probably it's just nervousness before data. Also, the fact that there is an ATM might have caused a little bit of a sell-off. So anything near the bottom trend line is probably worth buying, because look at this. It's many touches of the lower trend line and of this channel, and every time it's touched, it's come back to the upper trend line. So, if history is going to be a teacher, then buy when it hits the lower trend line tomorrow. It probably will. What is this? 169? Around 169 or so, and look for a nice profit up around $2 or more. So that's a good trade, maybe. As I said, Dr. J doesn't give investment advice. These are just some ideas that I kick around. I may or may not do it myself. I don't know. But I'm going to follow OncoSec. Part of my portfolio on OncoSec, my core portfolio, I leave. Other parts of it I will trade. So I don't know whether I'll be looking for pick up shares for a trade or not, but it strikes my mind. Apple. Apple had a miserable day today, down almost 3%. Not as miserable as when it missed on earnings and it was down, what, about $16? I don't know, something like that. Today it was only down $6. So bad, but not terrible, almost terrible. But it approached my target of $2 a share. I said to buy between 195 and 2, and I'd be buying between 195 and 2. And I got a little antsy up around 202 I bought. And I put in an order at 196.50. So I never got filled on that. I might come back with weakness and add a little more. What I'm looking for, but it looked like a good entry point, good buy signal. So I just decided to go into the trade and then figure out what would be an attractive selling point, or maybe I just keep it if the market is really zooming, keep it for a longer period of time. So this is the chart on Apple. The pullback was beyond the 61.8% retrace, but above my target of the July 26th high, which is 195.96. So 196 is basically 196 and change is where I'd be looking. I am going to personally look to pick up some more Apple. This is an interesting little gap. That would be a high of 192. So some people might want to hold off and try to pick it up if it fills that gap. But you know something about gaps? The story of it, all gaps are filled, is not true. Don't believe it. All gaps are not filled. It doesn't have to fill this gap. It could stop at just where Dr. J says, at 196, and respect this high, which is now support. And it looks like a really nice place to stop. It stopped short of the low of 197.31, turned in on 8.1. So I don't know. I would be looking to add myself on any weakness tomorrow. Now, Amazon, I did sell a little bit, and I sold it at like close, and like 125 points or so for me, a little profit. And it also funded my Apple purchase. And will I continue to sell Amazon and buy Apple? I don't know. I might. Although I don't have anything against holding my Amazon. I think 1750 is a 50% retrace and a very good target for a swing trade. So I might just hold on to the rest of my shares. Again, all of these things are fluid. I'm certainly liable to change my mind based on my mood. I might be sneezing a lot tomorrow and say, I don't want to keep my Amazon while I have a cold. Let's look at CRON, the pot stock. I mean, the cannabis stock. The company that's using fermentation to extract rare cannabinoids, which hopefully will have good medicinal value. So it had an ugly looking chart, if you believe in head and shoulder type patterns, but it did not, it went through the neckline and came back, which is a very strong sign. So now actually it didn't complete the pattern, but actually is testing the upper trend line now. If it goes above that, I think we have a strong rally on our hands. So watch this one. I mean, it could go either way, Chronos. I kind of like it from the fundamental point of view. So if it goes above this trend line, I think it's an easy trend change to where it'll take out the 1016 high of $13. So this is a biggie. If it goes clear of this upper trend line and clear of the neckline, I think it's a pretty good buy. I think it's got potential to zoom again. Probably all the cannabis stocks have been somewhat oversold, especially the Canadian ones. So is that basically all I had to say? Probably not, but I can't go on forever chatting, right? So I have to stop somewhere. So I might as well stop around the pot stock. That's a good stopping point. Now I'm trying to get the camera back. So I don't know what's going on with Verizon, but it's too slow. Maybe I have too many windows open. I don't know what it is. But in any event, you don't see me at this point, I don't believe, because I don't see me looking into the camera just yet. So I'm just going to say bye. I'm just going to say sayonara. I'm just going to say shalom. I'm just going to say arrivederci. I'm just going to say au revoir. I'm just going to say hasta luego. I'm just going to say ciao. Bye. This has been Dr. J streaming live from Long Island, New York, just in time. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye-bye.